Okay, everybody can see?
はい。
はい、ありがとうございます。I prepared two video to demonstrate how to assist a person to get up in bed. Okay. But before that, I want to review what is ADL and what is IADL. Anybody can explain the difference between ADL and IADL? I know all of you know what is the ADL and what is the IADL. But can you explain what is the difference? Anybody?
I need help.
Okay. じゃあ、イサイさん、can you help the チノさん? So, can you explain what is the IADL?
With my research, Sensei, IADL is an instrumental activities of daily living, which is which defines as activities that allow an individual to live independently in a community. But unlike ADL, which is necessary for necessary routine that a person does, IADL is not necessary, but it can improve one's quality of life.
Very good. Very good. Perfect. Okay, thank you. So, IADL, yes, right. IADL is the instrumental activity of daily living. Okay, let me see the first ADL. Everybody know the ADL already, right? The daily routine that people do every day without assistance, like this. Okay, so caregiver, that is a main task for caregiver to assistant with eating or bathing, expressing. Okay, and the one of the ADL is assistant with moving. Okay. On the other hand, IADL. Okay, IADL is a person's ability necessary to maintain living at home and in the community. Yes, the Isai-san say, yes, this is also daily necessary, but it's more complicating and more difficult rather than ADL because like this, cooking or cleaning or shopping or washing, these activities are housekeeping, right? Not only that, but also the financial management and using communication equipment and using public transportation. Okay, so the person with dementia, okay, dementia person, they have difficulty to cooking. You know why? Why the user with dementia, they have a difficulty to cook? Shireen-san?
Because cooking is procedural and person with dementia tends to forget things, so I think that's why they tend to have difficulty in cooking.
Okay, right. Because dementia, the person with dementia has, you know, the cognitive affected, right? Impaired, cognitive impaired. When you cook, first you make a plan. Okay? What kind of the food or dishes you make for tonight? You make a plan. After that, based on the recipe or plan, you go shopping to buy ingredients, and you start to cooking based on recipe in order. Okay, these activities require you to use cognitive function. So that's why the dementia person has difficulty to cook. Okay, this is the one of the IADL. Okay. Okay, significance and the aim of movement. First, to expand field of activity by moving. Second, to improve physical and mental condition by expanding the field of activities. Now, the people all over the world, I think they realize how important moving is, because like me or the people living in the Philippines, we still have a lockdown. So I cannot go to Japan. Once I go back to Japan, I cannot enter to the Philippines. Even though I have a retirement visa, the Filipino government doesn't allow the person with retirement visa holder to enter. So so I can say that the mental the function or deteriorate, right? Because I have a limited activity of life. Okay, even people living in the nursing home, they need to move. They need to move. When you go to when you eat, they need to go to dining room. Okay, when people defecate, they need to go to CR. As you can see, the movement is related to other ADL activity, ADL. Okay. So body mechanics. So because today I'm gonna show you the video to describe how to get up in the bed. You should review the principle of body mechanics. There are 8 points. Okay. First and second, this. Lower the center of gravity, expand stance. Number 3, make user's body smaller. Use bigger muscle. Pull horizontally, not lifting vertically. Pull horizontally. And put the toe toward the direction of movement to avoid twisting. Be closer to our user. Last one is use principle of lever. Okay, these are the body keyword of body mechanics. Okay, let me review the type of body position. Standing position, 立位. Chair sitting position. これなんか、加納さんに言われてこれが位材じゃなくて機材でしたっけ？どっちでしたっけ？加納さん。機材ですよね。ごめんなさい。機材ですね。はい、すいません。そう、これね、はい、これ間違いです。機材です。位材じゃないです。機材ね。chair sitting position。はい。This position is 単材。単材。When you transfer a user from the bed to wheelchair, user should be 単材。単材。Longer sitting position, 長材。Semi-sitting position, 半材。Okay, ファーライ。Spine position, 両外。Lateral position, 側外。Prone position, 腹外。Okay. So we did we reviewed many times the body position, so that's why I'm the one who answer. The next is types of paralysis. Types of paralysis. There are 4 types of paralysis. Okay. Let me ask. How do you say this paralysis in English? In English. じゃあ、加納さん
Yes.
Do you okay? In Japanese, okay, Japanese. How do you call this type of paralysis?
In Japanese, mahi.
Mahi. So So yeah, mahi. Yes, mahi. So what kind of mahi?
What kind?
Blah blah mahi.
Hemiplace there.
Hemiplace. これ this one です。はい。
なんだっけ
はい。なんとか麻痺です。じゃあ、井上さん、はい。何でしょう。はい。単麻痺です。そうです。単麻痺。
そういうことですね。
はい、そうです。そういうことです。じゃあ、シュラインさん、how do you call in Japan? No, English? 単麻痺
Simple paralysis.
Simple paralysis. Good. Simple paralysis. 単麻痺 Simple paralysis. Sometimes the leg, arm, or sometimes the legs. Simple paralysis. How about this? 木村さん in Japanese.
In Japanese. 獅子麻痺。
はい、そうです。獅子麻痺ですね。獅子麻痺。じゃあ、イサイさん、how do you call it in English?
In Japanese, sensei?
In English.
In English, full paralysis.
Full paralysis? You create the word. じゃあ、
I forgot, sensei.
Okay. 花さん do you know this in English? これ何ですかね。じゃあ、これはもう千野さんに聞くしかないですね。千野さん。English。
どうだったっけな。
はい。
Sorry, I forgot.
You forgot. Anybody?
Anybody? How about body paralysis?
Body paralysis.
違う
Sound good. Sound good. This is limb paralysis. 四肢麻痺。limb ね。limb paralysis。四肢麻痺ですよ。はい。じゃあ次。これ。This one. じゃあ、加納さん in Japanese?
We can't see it.
あれ
No one.
Okay.
両麻痺
両麻痺。両
麻痺。じゃあ、なんだっけ。うわ、めっちゃ忘れてる。
めっちゃ忘れてる。
普通に使ってたのに忘れてる。
じゃあ、木村さん。
やばい。
両下肢麻痺。
両下肢麻痺。両下肢麻痺と言うんですか。両下肢麻痺。下肢麻痺、両下肢麻痺。椎麻痺
椎麻痺。はい。
椎麻痺とも言いますよね。椎麻痺。パラプリジア。パラプリジアですね。で、これがヘミプリジア。肩麻痺。肩麻痺はもう皆さんというかビデオでもよく使ってますよね。ヘミプリジア、ライトヘミプリジアはレフトヘミプリジア。これが肩麻痺です。で、こっちが、椎麻痺、パラプリジア。ね。で、これがリムパラリシス。
ちょっと待って、パラリシスとプリジアのなんか使い
そうですね。そのパラリシスっていうのが麻痺なんですけれども、そう、単麻痺もシンプルパラリシス、四麻痺もリムパラリシスと言って、で、こっちはプリジアになるんですよね。なぜなのかちょっとよくわからないんですけども、パラプリジアとヘミプリジアというふうに言います。シュラインさん、do you use these words in the hospital?
はい、そうです。
You often hear?
はい。
OK。
プリジアとパラリシスは同じの意味です、
ね。同じ意味ですね。
ヘミプリジアは、2つ 半分に分けて、
はいはいはい。あ、そうですね。
クワドロプリジャも言いますけど、クワドロプリジャはまあ4つの。
じゃあ、リンパラリシスと別の言い方があるんですね。
はい。
なるほど。わかりました。まあでもこの呼び方は簡単ですので、はい、皆さん覚えてください。はい、じゃあ次いきます。So, disuse syndrome. Disuse syndrome. In Japanese, how do you say in Japanese? イサイさん Disuse syndrome, how do you say? How do you call in Japanese?
ごめんなさい、先生。
はい。これは肺葉症候群ですね。肺葉症候群。What is肺葉症候群? Okay. Disuse syndrome refers to a decrease in the condition of mind and body due to that the muscle is no longer as active as usual, and they slowly become weaker. Okay. Like a bedridden person who are bedridden, they don't use the body. That's why the muscle become weaker. Okay, and then the bodily function deteriorate. That is disuse syndrome. 肺葉症候群。Okay, 肺葉症候群。で、加納さん、are you the occupational therapist, right?
Yeah.
One of the purpose of the occupational therapist is to prevent the disuse syndrome. Am I correct? By providing the activities.
Yes, for example, Japanese ラジオ体操 and aerobike.
エアロバイクね、そうですね。
Yeah, basically training.
So to prevent the disuse syndrome. Okay, ありがとうございます。So disuse syndrome causes many negative, what can I say, the symptom like this. Reduction in the body, blood pressure control function. It causes the これいつも読みづらいんだな。なんて言うんだこれ。how do you call?
Orthostatic.
そうそう。orthostatic hypotension ですね。orthostatic hypotension。で、also the cardiopulmonary function decrease. And the internal organ function also decrease. Pressure occur also. That is bed sore. Okay, bone atrophy and reduction in the sensory function, reduction in the mental function, muscular atrophy, and constructure as well. Shireen-san, how do you call the constructure in Japanese? 拘縮、そうです。拘縮。These, the symptom will be caused by disuse syndrome. Okay, pressure occur, bed sore. What is a bed sore? Okay, bed sore developed when sleeping in the same position for long. It put pressure on a part of the user's body and create poor blood circulation resulting in secular necrosis. Okay. This is a body region that are highly vulnerable to pressure also. Like this. Skull region, because the bone to protrude. Okay, protrude. Or scapular region and elbow. Spine, sacrum region, 仙骨ですね、sacral, and heel region. This is a vulnerable area. I mean, this area easy to make bed sore. Okay. So, 背抜き is also important technique to prevent bed sore. じゃあ、木村さん、can you explain 背抜き in English? So there is a picture. There is a picture. 背抜き is a very important, right? Very important. Especially the patient sleeping in the same position for long.
So we Japanese has special bed, and we use the remote controller to let elderly getting up. But for them, they feel pleasure from the back. That's why we have to do senuki, pull up in upper body when lighting up, so that they can sleep well.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. So as you know, if you sleep in the same position, there are the pressure in between the body and the bed. Okay, so we have to release the pressure by doing the senuki. The first, raise lower limbs, because most of the bed in Japan is a gach bed. Gach bed you can control. Okay, first raise lower limbs. After that, raise upper body. Okay, number one. Then number two, pull up user's upper body to take the back away from the bed. That is senuki. Then lastly, raise lower limbs higher. So, 木村さん、in the Japanese nursing home, most of them, all of caregiver can do this kind of technique, right? Senuki. Not really.
Not really, because
Not really.
Some professional knows about this importance, and they do. But I think most care workers do not know the importance of senuki. Or I can say they don't know. They don't learn at the lecture when they get social care worker license. So mostly they don't.
They don't. Oh my gosh.
That's why elderly do not want to sleep on the bed.
Because they don't have a senuki. So, じゃあ、イサイさん、did you do senuki in the hospital? そっか、you are not now the caregiver.
What we do, Sensei, is we just change the position of the patient to prevent bed sore. Turn them side by side, and then.
How about this kind of the changing the position?
No, Sensei.
No. How about Shirain-san? Shirain-san?
Yes, we do that, especially in the ICU.
ICU.
Intensive care unit. The patients are bedridden. That's why they need to do that.
I see. The patient cannot turn on the side, so you should do senuki. Okay, thank you. So to prevent the bed sore. Okay. So method of the prevention of pressure ulcer, bed sore, to change the position every 2 hours. Okay, every 2 hours. To get out of the bed if possible. Then to take well-balanced nutrition. These are the important to prevent bed sore. これは I always review this one, right? The basics of caregiving. So first, confirm the physical condition of the user before providing care services. After that, explain to the user the purpose and the content of what you're going to do and obtain consent from the user. Then you start caregiving.